This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
I was a Tea Party conservative. I was a proud Tea Party, limited government, balanced budget, keep my taxes down kind of a conservative. I'm accused all the time because I don't support Trump. People on the right the last number of years accuse me of no longer being a conservative. Of no longer being a Tea Party guy, of selling out, of becoming a liberal, of becoming a Democrat, of becoming a rhino, all of that. I got a message yesterday from a one-time friend, supporter, and follower who said, in 2010, Joe Walsh was a Tea Party conservative. He supported limited government, low taxes, and a secure border. Now, Joe Walsh is a Democrat who believes in big government, high taxes, and open borders. And I responded to him and said very succinctly, hey there, man. And I always try to do this with respect. That's right, the new me. I used to be a divisive political asshole. No more. I won't do that anymore. I try not to do that anymore. I said, hey, man, with all respect, no, I'm still a Tea Party conservative. I'm still the guy I was in 2010 politically. I still believe in limited government. I still believe in low taxes, and I still believe in securing a border. I just believe right now, not right now, but I believe that preserving our democracy and preserving the rule of law is more important than keeping my taxes low. And Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. He's an existential threat to the rule of law. So I oppose Trump. I know that shouldn't be hard to understand, right? Like, I oppose what Joe Biden has been doing on his own, trying to forgive as much of this student loan, college loan debt as he can on his own. I think it's bad policy. I oppose it. But I support Biden, and I'm all in with Biden because I think preserving our democracy is more important than student loan debt. Like, that's a no-brainer to me. I oppose Biden's policies on the border. I think Joe Biden is largely responsible for making a mess of our border right now, for the crisis that's at our border right now. But again, defending and preserving this democracy, defending and preserving the Constitution, defending and preserving the rule of law, these principles are more important to me than our policy at the border. That shouldn't be hard for people to understand. When I engage in conversations with people on the right, I know many of them deep down get it. They won't admit it to me that they understand, even if they disagree. Even if they don't agree that Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. You know, when you engage in respectful dialogue with some of these folks on the right, like I do, and I do every day because I come from the right, we can get to that place where they say, okay, Joe, I get it. I disagree with you, but I get it. And by the way, that's a big deal. That's kind of where we all should be. Understanding why people think the way they do, even if you disagree. Like we always talk about finding common ground, and maybe we got to find common ground on, not maybe, I know we've got to find common ground on a number of issues, but before you try to find common ground with anybody on an issue, the victory has got to be, what we need to do as a society is we all have to first understand why that person thinks the way they do about that issue, why they believe that. So you can understand where they're coming from. Most Americans aren't there. You just want to take my guns away? Fuck you, I don't care. You just want weapons of war on our streets? Fuck it, I don't care why you want that. Fuck it, I'm not even going to talk to you. That's where most of us are. You're fuck it, Joe. You support Biden, fuck it, you're no longer a Republican. Or you're no longer a conservative. Hello, I still am. Let me tell you why I'm supporting Biden as a conservative. Most of the time, I can't even get to that point in the conversation because people don't want to even know, but sometimes I do. And it's a really healthy spot to get to where somebody can say, okay, now I get it, Joe. I get it. I get it. I understand now. You believe in your head and your heart, Joe, that Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. That's why you're in with Biden, even though you disagree with Biden on a lot of policy. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Steve. Yes. Boy, you get to that spot, you get to that place, you can part sometimes as friends, but certainly as citizens, fellow citizens in this thing we call a democracy. We need to get there before we need to get there, and if we don't get there, we'll never find common ground on anything. Thank you. Joe Walsh, JoeWalshWhiteFlag@gmail.com. All one word, JoeWalshWhiteFlag@gmail.com. Have a great, great weekend. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.